Hi and welcome. My name is Rich Pasini, bringing you the latest eBay news and updates as it happens. Today is May 7, 2020. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you like the content. Come back for more. I got quite a few windows open up, so let's get right to it. Okay, for those who are new, I do not read everything verbatim. I will give you the URLs to where I got the information from, and the rest is up to you to pick up where I left off. This first story is from Vizaka. So it's www.vizaka.com, and the title is When Did It Start? A well-known auction site, eBay. This story came out May 6, 2020. Because eBay is one of the most recognized and most used online auction websites around the world, all around the world. Presently, the validity of eBay appears endless because it has become a part of the daily purchasing for many people. It will not be wrong to say that eBay unites millions of people who wish to sell, buy, or trade all around the world and enjoy attainment of doing so. It's true. That's so true. It goes on to say, in order to know more about this famous site, we need to dive into the history first. When did eBay start? And why did it need to be started? Okay. Well, I guess Pyramidia, the guy who did start it, I guess he felt there was a need for an online auction site, so he was the first one to probably take liberty. Well, there were probably other guys out there too that were starting it, but you know, I don't know if you know the story about Pyramidia, but I'm not going to get too much into this here. But for those of you who are curious about how eBay started, you may want to check out this site here. It talks a little about him. For those who don't know, Pyramidia is the founder, and he's the guy who started this here, the eBay. The eBay site, and I tell you the truth, this site is phenomenal. I mean, you got Amazon out there too. It's a very big site as well, and probably just as popular, if not more popular than eBay. But let me tell you something. If I'm not mistaken, I would think eBay was probably one of the first online auction houses to be on the internet, and I'm a firm believer in it. I've been with eBay since 1999. It makes me over 20 years eBay seller, and I love it. I love the company. I like that. Like I said, I love selling on eBay. I just wish they could change and modify things a little, as time goes on. But we'll see what happens. But listen, I don't want to read too much because you can see I do have quite a few windows open up, and I just want to expand a little on each one. I want to just keep moving right along. I put this out there, like I said again, for those of you who are new. You might want to learn a little history about it. Please check it out. And I also want to state to you guys, why I got your attention, is that I have no affiliate links with these websites whatsoever. So when I tell you to go directly to the site, I am not getting a kickback on it. If I was, I would let you guys know. I say, hey, listen, I'm getting a kickback on these sites here, so please go to them. I'm not. If I was, believe me, I would be upfront and honest and tell you I'm getting kickback. I am not. However, I do love the site. My favorite sites is the e-commerce sites, which are up there. It's about what? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's 6 windows. That is one of my favorite sites. And no, I do not have, even though it's one of my favorite sites, them and Taybay.com, I don't have any affiliate links with them, but those are my favorite sites, my go-to sites to get good information from. And I also want to state, the reason why I tell you guys to please go directly to the websites for the simple reason is they have active hyperlinks there, hyperlinks, and in order to activate those active hyperlinks, you need to be directly at their site. So you're going to need to go there. Like for example, if I hover over here, you see the arrow turns into a hand. That's because that's an active hyperlink. You could click that on, and you could read more about Pyramidia. Okay, so I just wanted to throw that out there. There is quite a bit, I guess, to read here, and I'm not going to read all this here because there's enough. It takes time to read it, and I don't want to expand too much on the topic. So yeah, check it out if you get a chance. All right, let's move to the next window here. Sports Collectors Daily. This URL for this one is www.sportscollectorsdaily.com. And this story came out May 6, 2020. It says eBay 150% spike in Jordan rookie card price in April. Now, I talked about these before. I don't have any of these cards, these baseball cards. I wish I did, because when you think about them and you find out how much they're worth, it's phenomenal, and that's like finding a diamond in the rough. But I'll tell you, without getting too much into it, we're going to read a little into this here, and then, like I said again, I'm just going to keep moving along. But let's find out a little more about this particular card here. It says suddenly a skyrocketing market for Michael Jordan cards has spread across the hobby with at least two auction houses planning heavily promoted Jordan-centric auctions, while eBay sellers are spending their days wishing all of their listings would be like Mike. Goes on to say here, data analysts at eBay say the company sold more than 360 1986 through 87 Fleer Jordan rookie cards during the month of April, totaling over 1.5 million. That's up 150% from March, and seems to correlate to the increased attention of his career through the ESPN series, The Last Dance. Okay, again, not going to get too much into it. However, I'll scroll down a little just to give you a little preview of what it's all about. But as I tell you before, you're going to need to go to these websites themselves. Okay. And I guess they have some over here among the top selling Jordan cards in April. Yeah, and you could see the prices over there, I believe, right? They have the prices. Yeah, that's what it looks like here. Wow. Some of these cards are phenomenal. I don't collect those cards, unfortunately. Sometimes I wish I did when I start, because every time I do the reselling news or whatever, I see these things and say, geez, what was I more into sports back then? You know, who knows? You never know. I mean, I might have had that diamond in the rough. I might have had that card, you know, that one card that could fetch me a decent buck, you know. But who knows? What am I going to do? But anyway, check it out if you get a chance. Let's keep moving right along here. Okay. I give you all to the other one here. This is from Yahoo News. Okay, so let me give you the URL. It's www.news.yahoo.com. And this story came out May 6, 2020. I'm getting a lot of May 6 stories. Usually I get a couple days old. This one comes out, the title on this one here says, Angie's List, eBay leaders explain how businesses can expand digital presence. Now, for those who know, that's Jordan Sweetnam. Okay, you think he's the senior vice president? I might tell you over here. I forget all these VPs and who they are, but I know his definite name is Jordan Sweetman. I'm not going to play this video. It's 8 minutes and 29 seconds long. You can do that if you choose to do so, okay? So it goes on to say Angie Hicks, I believe that's who that is. Angie Hicks, co-founder of Angie's List, and Jordan Sweetnam. Okay, I think they spelled it wrong here. All right. Anyway, it says Senior Vice President of eBay shared their expertise as many brick-and-mortar businesses look to pivot to the digital space here. Okay, I guess that's basically it then. The rest here is other stories. I don't know if you guys would be interested. I'm not going to scroll down to it. You definitely want to play the video and to hear what she has to say, and Jordan Sweetnam. Okay. Good information here. I didn't get a chance to play the video. Like I said, I'm cherry picking the stories I want to pick out, and this is one of them. So you may want to check this out. I gave you the URL. I'm going to leave that window up because I want to check out this video here myself. So I didn't get a chance to play it. So all right. With that said, we're going to move right along now. Like I said, I think the next let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows opened up here are going to be from e-commerce bytes. So let me just give you the URL for that there, and we're going to go through them one by one, and hopefully keep this video as short as possible. This one here, like I said again, the URL is www.ecommercebytes, one word. Okay, came out May 6, 2020. USPS could hike rates under the new leadership. It says the U.S. Postal Service is under a new management, which could ultimately lead to higher postage costs for online sellers. Now, I don't know about you guys, but every now and then I will get a buyer that will message me and say, hey, could you do a little better on the shipping? It's kind of pricey. And I always refer back to them saying, listen, I have nothing to do with that. I'm not overcharging you. However we do, we can pay it in the cost. Our cost for goods, the cost of goods is one thing, but like the supplies, if you got to go out and buy a box, I don't get the stuff for free. I go out and buy all my boxes. And my main source for me, this is me, Walmart. Yes, I do get all my supplies from Walmart. And I also buy bigger boxes, and I custom fit them. So if I have to sell, let's say, for example, this coffee mug here, if I don't have a box for it, I will get a large box, whatever, and I will cut it and make it to that size there. I make my own custom boxes. Matter of fact, I did a video like that a while back. If you guys ever check out, you'll see what I'm talking about. Not for that stuff, but I do make custom boxes for certain items I sell. But yeah, and they'll message me, can you do any better on it? I can't. What can I do? It's not them. I'm not the Postal Service. If they want to raise the rates, they're going to raise the rates. But anyway, let's read a little more here. Yeah, that's not such good news for sellers, I'll be honest with you, and not so much for the buyers as well. It says over here, the Board of Governors unanimously named Louis DeJoy the 75th Postmaster General a week after David C. Williams resigned from the board. It says the Washington Post, owned by Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, has the, has the gory details of the recent political jockeying. The pandemic has taken a financial toll on the USPS, but President Trump threatened to block a $10 billion line of credit approved as part of the coronavirus legislation in March, unless officials dramatically raise the shipping prices on online retailers. The president publicly called the Postal Service a joke last month. All right. So I'm not going to get too much into this here. Again, like I always tell you, they have active hyperlinks. That's why I tell you to go right to the source itself, which would be going to the e-commerce website. As you can see here, this is an active hyperlink. On e-commerce sites, they're usually like a purplish blue. That's how you can tell they're active hyperlinks. And again, the reason why I tell you to go there is because you may want to read more on that specific topic or subject that we're talking about at that time. That's why I can't tell. And not only that, if you go over here on this website here, they always have active hyperlinks on the right side of it. Okay, these are all active hyperlinks, and you might want to read more of these stories. You might read this on the internet and say, hey, let me go check this out. So that's why I tell you to go directly to the sites. Okay, all right. Let me bump this out right now, and we'll go to the next one. This one came out May 5th, 2020. eBay launches campaign to attract new buyers and sellers. So it goes on to say eBay is launching a marketing campaign this week to drive new buyers to the site, according to the head of America's Jordan Sweetnam. See, over there it said Sweetnam. This is Sweetnam. I thought so. Jordan Sweetnam, who reached out to sellers on Tuesday through the post on the seller announcement board. That's another thing, too. If you go to the eBay community chat board, you can get a lot of this information directly from them as well. Okay, so you keep that in mind, guys. All right, they have a video over here up and running. These are like, I think, like 15 to 30 seconds long sometimes. I'm not going to play it, though. I mean, you guys could do that on your time. I know you guys are busy. I don't want to take your time, all right? I don't want to take too much of your time, so that's why I'm trying to talk fast, go fast. But the whole purpose and premise behind this YouTube channel is to get the information out there so you guys get a takeaway from it, and it kind of keeps you in the loop of what's going on within the e-commerce world, all right? That's why I do these videos. I love doing them to help you guys out. Help me out, too. So it goes on to say eBay will run commercials across the radio display, digital video, and paid social. The creative builds on its up and running program, which is meant to show the world that hundreds of thousands of small businesses are always up and running eBay. Sweetnam said. Okay, it says he linked the videos. He linked to videos on YouTube, and while they may certainly attract buyers, they seem to be targeting more for small retailers who have had to close their physical stores and are seeking sales. Seeking sales online. I don't know how you guys are doing. For me, sales have been kind of a little dismal, a little slow this month. Last month it was okay, nothing to write home about, but it's been kind of slow. I don't know how it has been for you guys, but hopefully I hope it's been better than what I had, but unfortunately that's the way it is. I'm not going to get too much into this here because there's quite a bit of text to read. Well, enough to read. One thing I got to say about the e-commerce website, and I tell people all the time, in some cases, unless I forget, you should always read the comments out. Because the reason why I say check the comments is for the simple reason is they may bring things to your or my attention that we're not familiar with, or we're not aware of, or something that we're aware of. So I always tell you guys, if you get the chance, when you go to the site, scroll down, check out the comments, and see what the other buyers and sellers are stating. Okay, all right. This seems like it's got some good information here. The eBay sale announcement board, you definitely want to check that out if you get a chance. Okay, and this is why I tell you got to go to the site, because you could just click it on and you could read more into it. All right, let's bump out of here really quick. Okay, this came out May 5th, 2020. Buyer sues eBay for alleged price gouging. I think I did a story like this the other day. It says the buyer sued eBay for punitive price gouging in federal court. Law 360 reported on Monday. eBay prohibits sellers from listing certain products essential in protecting against the coronavirus. But the plaintiff said that she was able to purchase an N95 mask at 300% markup. Now, I explained to you guys once before, I am totally against price gouging. I don't think, especially when it comes to essentials. If you're selling stuff, like I said, the N95 mask, that's a pretty popular mask. A lot of people want them. And, you're going to sit there and take advantage and embark on this coronavirus pandemic. That's not right. I always say, like I said, it's one thing you want to make a few bucks, but, you don't want to choke a person either, you know what I'm saying, with the high cost like that. I'm not for it. I don't sell any of these essentials, toilet paper, mask, paper towels, so I don't sell any of that stuff on eBay, and you won't see me selling it either. And I can go to my local dollar store here if I needed to, and I can buy a lot of stuff for $1, come back home, put it on eBay, and maybe ante it up a little, maybe by 10-15%, whatever, on those cost of goods. But I'm not going to do that. That's not the way I work. But this is it. You see, this is what happens. Okay. Again, you might want to check this out as well. I'm not going to read too much into this here. All right, let's move right along. Let's keep this going here. This one came out May 6, 2020. This is for those Etsy sellers. Etsy attracts sellers and grows sales 32% in Q1. This story goes on to say Etsy said gross merchandise, GMS, grew 32% in the first 3 months year over year. Update that consolidated growth, meaning that it includes Reverb Marketplace. The company describes some volatility due to the coronavirus pandemic. Okay, well, what they're referring to here, because everybody's on lockdown, basically, well, somewhat. People are doing more online buying than ever now. I think, what did they say about Jeff Bezos? I think he made an additional $6 billion or something like that. It's like, holy smokes. Something like that. He's making phenomenal bucks, this guy. Well, he's right now, as I know, he's the richest man in the world. Well, within the States anyway. But anyway, yeah, that's what's going on with that there. Again, I'm not going to get too much into this. All right, there's enough to read here, as you can see. This is why I don't read, because I'll be talking too fast, and I'd rather let you guys do it on your free time. All right, so that's the story you're looking for. All right, let's bump out of here. I like to see the window shrink, Got 2 more to go after this. Okay, did I just do this one here? Yeah, I guess I actually accidentally hit it twice. Sorry about that, guys. My apologies. Here's another one for May 6, 2020. Same company, of course. Says, our lowball offers from shoppers a symptom of COVID. I don't know about that, but it says over here, are you getting more, it goes on to say, are you getting more lowball offers from online shoppers these days? In other words, shoppers who also discount their price significantly below the asking price. I have to honestly say, me personally, if you're asking me, or if they were to ask me, yes, sometimes I do. I think I talked about it last week or the week before. There was a buy. I had some, mind you, it was either $4 or $5.99, and the person said, I'll give you $1 for it. Okay. And I think he also wanted me to pay the shipping and handling on it. I said, that's not going to happen. I didn't even bother countering with the person. I just ended up, I deleted the request there, the offer. I declined it, I should say. If people are going to make ridiculous lowball offers like that there, don't do it with me, because I'm just going to decline it. I mean, if it's something like it's a price range where I said, well, I can work with that, I will contact the buyer and say, yeah, well, this is what I came, that's the price I came up with, and I'll give them the reason why, I had that happen with one of the Cura coffee pots I was selling, and the person wanted it really dirt cheap, and I said, I can't sell it like that. I said, this is a good unit. I tested it out. It was very clean. It was like almost like a new mint condition. And I told him, I said, I can't do that there. I said, no, there's no way I could work with you on that. And I said, you guys, I go, when I sell these things, first of all, I test them. I make sure they're working properly. If it's electronics, I make sure all the electronic functionalities on it working. I don't want nobody to get stuck with it. I wouldn't want to be stuck with it. Okay, but I always do that. I always go on I go on a limb for the buyers. I do. But anyway, yeah, you can read a little more into this here. I'm not going to get too much in it. A lot of this is a good majority of it's comments, as you can see. I love reading the comments though, because you never know what these people are going to say. All right, and last but not least, let's bump out this one here. This one came out May 5th, 2020. It says, seller says eBay should crack down on misrepresented listings. I agree. However, I don't. But there are people out there that will put their listings up, put out listings, and it may not be 100% accurate, or there may be things missing. When it comes to selling an item, for example, if I was going to sell a laptop or a digital clock radio, if you watch my older videos, back I think in 2016, whatever, 2017, I did videos on the digital clock radios. And before I list them up on eBay, okay, after I clean them up and take pictures, I give it the once over. For the simple reason, before I actually hit that button there to submit to eBay, I want to make sure, not that you can't, if there was an error and you wanted to change it, you could do it right away. You could still do it. But I like to always keep the object in front of me. And as I'm writing down, I will write down, oh, the thing has a chip or a flaw, or it's got a ding or a dent in it, and I'll write it down. Okay? And then I will, in some cases, definitely put in my description, but for the most part, there will be buyers out there that will see these items, and I can never express it enough. Put the information out there, folks. Okay? It's never enough. Because I'll be honest with you, if you get a guy like me that scrutinizes everything and looks at things and reads everything verbatim, you put a little ad in there, a little clipping, a description. Okay, HP 75 printer works good. That's it. Suppose the thing had an underlying condition. Suppose, it printed, but it wouldn't fax. I'm talking all in one. Or suppose it didn't fax. So you can't actually say it's a functional printer. To some point, it's functional. It's not the whole thing, because if you can't scan something, of course you're going to put that in your description. You can't list it as new. Maybe some people do. I don't. Okay, and I'm using it as an example because the printer I'm using now, I was going to sell it one time. And I look at myself, am I crazy? I always wanted an older one printer. It's got a nice LED screen. It's the, in case you're wondering, it's the HP 7520. 7520. Yeah, 7520. Great printer. Love it. For me, it works as all in one color. And I use it very sparingly, if you get my drift. I do not use that. I use my laser print to print out my invoice or transaction details from PayPal. And I also use it to print out my labels as well. So it's a diehard. That's the It's the HP LaserJet 2055. Yeah, 2055 DN, which means duplex network. Also has a USB cord plugged in too. You can plug in. All right. Let's see here. I just want to see something. Okay, let me read a little into this. I don't think I read into it. I could be yapping about it. Okay, let's go back to the title here. It says, seller says eBay should crack down on misrepresented listings. Okay, so dear Ina, who, if you don't know who Ina Steiner is, she is the co-founder of e-commerce Price and also the editor. So it goes on to say, dear Ina, this is an ongoing issue on eBay. You may want to investigate and bring it to eBay's attention because it really needs to stop. It goes on to say here, Chinese sellers are putting up photos with made in the USA. Oh, God. Or some are just putting up the American flag in an attempt to deceive the buyers. All right, let's read a little more into this here. That's not good. It goes on to say here, when you click on their store name and go to their page, it usually says shipped from China. Some are being shipped from within the United States, but are made in China, even though their listings say made in the USA. I guess it's a little informal technicality. Even though they have the parts, maybe they get the parts from China, they build them here, they assemble them here, and it's considered quote unquote made in the USA. I don't know about that, but that's the way I'm deciphering it. Yeah, I'm not going to get too much in this topic here. There's probably quite a bit to read, right? Am I right? Or a lot of comments? Not that much. A lot of comments, though. I kind of figured that title would bring that out in people, because I know there's probably quite a bit of people that's going to be commenting on that. I don't know about you, but I like to myself comment on it as well. You can, if you scroll down here, you can scroll down past all these comments, and if you go over here, log in from AB Verify, it'll tell you log in. Be sure your email address, you enter that, and your password, of course. Very good site. I highly recommend it. I can't praise it enough. It's a very influential site. It gives you a lot of information, and I think just getting little tidbits information from her site, we call Einstein's site, you can get some good information from here. I think it's a really good site, and if you're not signed up with it, you could always check out the Resale News here. Here comes my channel, and I will bring it to your attention. There are times it's like a hit and miss. Yeah, sometimes a hit and miss with it. There may be days that I love everything that's coming on there, and then maybe days I just say, well, I just talk about it in a very casual manner. I just say, okay, well, this is what we got today, and that's it. But right now, I'm not going to expand too much on this topic. Like I told you earlier, there's quite a bit of text to read here. So The store you're looking for is this one here on TameBay. Okay, that's why I say keep it paired, because you might want to jot down a title and whatever, what date it came out, and you could always refer to that as well. Okay, I don't know how long eBay keeps their emails or messages up on their chat board, or I should say, in their system. So don't hold me accountable for it. I don't know. I don't know how long they keep it on there. So, but anyway, let me get out of this window really quick. Well, that concludes this video. I hope you found the information helpful. And if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated to when I post on the videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is May 7th, 2020. I'm wishing you all the best in sales. Until next time, bye-bye for now.